My apologies, fam. Happy Wednesday. The Windows 11, I do not recommend. Not only does it do updates without letting me know I asked for it to do it automatically, when it does the updates, I can't do a live stream until it updates. And you just never know when it's going to update. If I could go back to Windows 10, I would. Oh, shalom, family. Happy Wednesday to you. Glory and honor to the Father, Yahweh, the creator of heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them. Is glory and honor to Messiah, Yahweh Shah, the high priest of Israel, and the soon returning king of planet earth. Glory and honor to Father, Yahweh. Glory and honor to Messiah, Yahweh Shah. And greetings to the 12 tribes awakening around the world and preparing to return of Messiah. Greetings to the 144,000 who are the forerunners of the return of Messiah and the establishment of the Messianic kingdom in the next 7 years and 8 months. Greetings to the precious souls among the Gentiles, like Brother Mark, who we are going to Ireland to visit. Greetings to the brothers and sisters in the chat. Yafi, Brother Mark, Manny, Arkawan Banya, Gary Joseph, Castle King, Stephen Kelly, Sister Castro, Only One Way Superstar, GD, Brody Thorpe, Yakoba, Brother Mark again, Azariah Yabaya. Also, as y'all know, I did send out an email just confirming who's coming. We got a good response from everybody. Now, some of y'all have already put up your funds. That's very good. Some of y'all still got to put up your funds. You know them funds got to be in by March 31st. Just reminding y'all, we got to get this money to these people at that time. So thank you all for responding and let me know that you're coming. And yeah, we'll talk. Praise the Most High. So today is Wednesday, and there's always current events. Remember, the Bible tells us about, me too, Brother Mark. Me too, brother. The Bible tells us that the book of Revelation, it says, write the things, this is Revelation 1:19, write the things which thou hast seen, and the things which are, and the things which shall be hereafter. And that means that the book of Revelation always has things that have happened already. And it always has things that are happening right now. And it always has things that's going to happen in the future. Okay? The book of Revelation will be finished once we're in the kingdom and the first 1,000 years are finished. Second resurrection has been happened and done, and the judgment is done, and there's no more existence of the enemy of souls. Then the book of Revelation will be complete. Today, well, I was just talking to my wife. My wife and I are always talking about things, and I was contemplating today what the Most High would have me share with you. And it's very simple, really. All I have to do is ask, okay, what part of prophecy is being fulfilled today? And the thing is, let's go what we know, Revelation chapter 7, and we know about this, the 144,000, right? So let's look at this, Revelation chapter 7, and let me go from verse 1 to 4 in Revelation chapter 7. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living Most High. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our Most High in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Now, we have been awakened to understand we are the 12 tribes of Israel. We who have been descendants of slavery are the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and the man whose name was Jacob, but was changed by the Most High to Yashar-Ah. We are the bloodline descendants of them. That is the first thing we came to understand, and that is also an awakening that the prophecies of the Old Testament tell us about. Next, we understood as the awakening Hebrews that in the sixth seal and in the sixth church and in the sixth trumpet, we exist. We exist in the sixes. And the sixth seal shows the return of Messiah, but prior to that return, winds of destruction being let loose on the earth, and prior to those winds of destruction being let loose on the earth, our sealing of the Spirit of the Father in our foreheads. Now, all that we understand. What's going on right now is the dragon is making his voice known. And in the dragon making his voice known, it's a wake-up call. And let me explain. You saw the thumbnail. The president is opening up Guantanamo Bay for migrant workers that are being deported. Now, he said at first, and it's in the description box. Look in the description box. I got a video from YouTube on it and an article on it as well, news article. You can read it. You can see it. The video is pretty short. I don't think it's more than 5 minutes long, probably 3 minutes. This is the thing. Guantanamo Bay had been used previously to torture suspected terrorists. In the Gulf War that happened 20-something years ago after 9/11, Guantanamo Bay was used to, they said, question. Then they started talking about waterboarding, and then they were telling you they were basically torturing them, but they said it was legal. That's what it was used for. And so now they are using it for migrants. And at first, the president says just for migrants that have committed crimes in the United States, they're going to put them there, no matter what the crime. But we have heard now people being sent there because the president has declared if you're in the country illegally, you have committed a crime. So if you're in the country illegally and you're working and you're paying taxes, you've committed a crime. Therefore, they'll put you in Guantanamo Bay. And Guantanamo Bay can hold 30,000 prisoners. But if you look at both the video and the article, it tells you they're setting up tents as well to hold more. So let's review. First, it was used for Muslims that were suspected terrorists on religious grounds. Now it's used for citizens, people that are not citizens, people that are illegally in the country. Now, on basis of that is where you're from. And I think we don't have to have a far stretch to know that most of those people are brown. Is that correct? Am I lying to y'all yet? Most of those people are brown that are being sent. Okay. And so what is that? And they have had a number. I'm sure many of you have seen them. There's been a number of videos of people that were of the northern tribes that said, we're good citizens. What he's talking about, getting rid of the bad people, that's not us. And those same people are being deported. It's the wake-up call. Okay, it's the wake-up call for them to understand how these people look at you. See, I don't know why they thought, there's many people called Hispanic that apparently thought they're different from us and how they're being looked at by the children of Yafet. But now they're finding out, no, they don't look at you any different than they look at us. The wake-up call. It actually started years ago when Trump was president the first time, when they had the Puerto Rican had the big hurricane, and he was throwing toilet paper at the people. They should have got the wake up call then. And there are still people that are under the false impression that the children of Yafet, that they are the children of Yafet, when they're not. Okay, so if you're of Taino Indian, Inca Indian, if you are of Yucatan, if you are of, oh God, if you are of Mayan, you ain't one of them. I don't care what them Spaniards gave you their name and you speak the Spaniard language. You ain't one of them. You need to understand. That's right. Inca, Mayan, Aztec, Taino. You ain't one of them. I don't care. See, and this is giving y'all the wake-up call, letting you know, no, you're not one of them. Cherokee. There you go. Well, the Cherokee is a little different. Because the Cherokee, they can't deport the Cherokee nowhere because the Cherokee was already here when they came here, right? So they can't deport. If they could, they probably would, but they can't deport you nowhere. Where are they going to send you? Back to the land that you was here already when they killed, raped, and took it. So they can't deport the Cherokees or, all of them people. But all the rest of y'all, they're letting you know who you are. Now, in this regard, we already know what the Bible tells us in Revelation, again, chapter 13, under chapter 13, verse 11, which is the United States of America. And it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. This is the United States of America. It's a fake lamb because it just looks like a lamb, but it's a dragon. It's wearing a lamb's costume. And the Messiah warned us. He said, beware of those that come in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves or dragons. And so what's going on right now, brethren, the prophecy is the holding of those winds while we're preparing to be sealed. And in the meantime, the dragon is roaring. The snake is roaring right now. And he's roaring through the administration. For example, and this is the thing. If you are following the Bible, and again, brethren, read your Bible. Start in Genesis. Read through to the book of Revelation. Ask the Father for his eternal spirit of wisdom to guide you. Because that's what'll keep your head on straight when all of these things are happening. See, which is why I'm sitting here telling you, the dragon that's in that lamb, he's roaring right now. And the wake-up call is happening. See, because they can't do nothing to us who are awakened because of the winds being held back. They'd like to. The Most High is protecting us because the enemy of souls will kill all of us or cause us all to turn from our faith. He would do it. But he's being held back as we are being prepared to be sealed. And we are being prepared to be sealed, very important, because of the perfect righteousness being gifted to us from our Heavenly Father through our high priest, the line of the tribe of Judah. Let me say that again. We are preparing to be sealed because of the perfection of righteousness being given to us from our Heavenly Father through the line of the tribe of Judah, the Messiah. And so that's what's stopping everything from completely going crazy on us. That's it. In the meantime, the devil is yelling. It's not, and again, I want to stress, don't focus on Donald Trump. He's just the lightning rod. This has been in place a long time. For example, the Trump administration has recently talked about eliminating the Department of Education. He's recently talked about eliminating the Department of Education. That is just a culmination of what they have been doing for the last 40 plus years. In fact, more than that, it goes back to integration. Once they started integration, there was an attack on the public education system. You see, brethren, again, it comes back to us. Whenever we are involved, us being Hebrews, it makes everything different. We are the apple of the Father's eye, and we are the point of the devil's wrath at the same time. You must understand your position here. You are the apple of the Father Yah's eye, as being the bloodline that he promised to Abraham. And at the same time, you are the direct target of the wrath of the dragon. At the same time. Okay? So when we are affected by something, when something is involving us, it changes everything. So when they started integrating the schools and making Hebrews share the schools with the children of Yafet, the schools became under attack because we was in there. Okay? When we started getting FHA loans, because they stopped for the first 30 years of FHA, when FHA came out. Now, FHA is a Federal Housing Administration. It allows people to be able to buy homes that would not normally be able to buy homes, with low down payments usually, and more easier terms to get a mortgage. I say when Roosevelt came out with it in the New Deal, we wasn't allowed to partake. It wasn't until the late 50s, early 60s, when we were, and even then, I know my mother worked for a child of Yafet that owned a bar. My mother was the barmaid, and she worked for this man, children of Yafet, that owned the bar. And he was a nice man, and he knew that my mother had her heart set on buying a house. And he signed for the mortgage. I was always wondering for many years, I asked my father many years, I think I was 16 or 17 when I asked him, but I would see the bill come in for the mortgage, and it would be made out to somebody else. It wasn't my father's or my mother's name. And his name was Samuel Carr. And I said, Pop, who is Samuel Carr? And then he explained to me what happened. Okay. And then my father and mother took over. I don't know how they did it, but they took over the mortgage from him. But the bill was coming in his name because he signed for the mortgage. Otherwise, they wouldn't have got it. That was an FHA mortgage. Okay. So all that time, at first, all of them soldiers, them Caucasian soldiers that came from World War II, they were getting full benefit from the GI Bill, FHA. And that's why when I was on Long Island, whole towns rose up. Levittown, Smithtown, all them places rose up because all them soldiers were coming back, and the developers built all these little tract homes, and all these Caucasian people bought them homes. And they had equity. Because right now, as I'm speaking to you, in the United States of America, I guess I'm going to be conservative, a full 80% of households in the United States have most of their wealth in their house. That started from the New Deal. Okay, it started from the deal. Somebody, granddaddy, was able to buy a house after the war, paid off that house, sold it again, and then passed it to their children. And now they got their house and they got their wealth in their house. And so without that New Deal, they wouldn't have that. Okay. And then when we started being able to get FHA mortgages, the rates were always higher and we was always struggling, right? And it changed the whole game. So now with the Department of Education, what they've been doing since the 80s is trying to dumb down the population. It's not, education is no longer your ability to think freely and independently. Education is your ability to regurgitate by memory what you're being told to. That's the education now. Can you recite what we just told you? And the ones that can gather it up and recite it the best, those are the smart ones. It's got nothing to do with your ability to actually think. It's your ability to memorize and regurgitate. Okay? And they blame the teachers on the system they create. Okay? They blame the teachers. I remember the first time when I first decided that my kids was going to be homeschooled, I went to a parent-teacher meeting. Now, when I was in elementary school, I was always scared of the parent-teacher meeting because I didn't want them to give my father no bad report because I would feel it and hear about it when he came home. So, it was always, he has to work a little harder with his science, or if he can work a little bit better on his handwriting, which I never got. Or if he, it was always something like, oh, he's doing really good with math, stuff like that. But when I went to my son's parent teacher, and he was 12, 11 or 12, I went there. And first of all, I started feeling old because all the teachers looked like kids. And at the time, I think I must have been in my early 30s, and the teachers was in their 20s. They looked like kids themselves. And then I kept hearing somebody say, like, if we can get Johnny to sit down, or if we can get Jane to just stop talking in class, or if we can get Jimmy to stop fighting everybody. Like when I was in school, that was never heard of. Nobody would. Parents would whip your behind. I mean, you wouldn't do that. They even had a board at the chalkboard called the Board of Education. If you want to act up and find out, they had that for you. But it was different when my kid went to school. And it wasn't long for I said, okay, he's out of here. And then him and his brothers and sisters, they was all homeschooled for the rest of their career. But the education system is about dumbing down the population. Okay. Or inculcating things like trans into kids' minds. That, or trying to change history. Oh, they're good about changing history. Trying to change history, change the characters, how they was in history. That is why, again, the history of us is in here. This is our history. You want to know your history? This is it. This is about you. Learn your history. And as it tells you to do, teach your children and your children's children your history. Because that's their history. Moses wasn't just a Bible character. Moses is a relative of ours. Moses is one of our relatives. Our father, our progenitor is Abraham. We're part of the family. This is our family history. Our kids should know that. You understand? Right. So like in today's society, especially among the Hebrews, and I get called this all the time, when you're old, what they call you? Unc, right? Right? They call you Unc. You're always Unc, like that. When you're old head and they call you Unc. Moses was Unc. Moses was granddaddy. Moses was great granddaddy. Moses was Unc. Moses was OG. That's right. That's our family. This is our history. When it talks about the children of Israel, it's talking about you. This is your family. Okay? It's your family. This is where you come from. And so you want to be educated in the truth. That's what keeps you from getting bamboozled, hoodwinked. Understand something, brethren. When any government from the children of Yefet is claiming to help you, run. Run the other way. Don't believe any of these coons that's out here trying to tell you this. You know, they're really no, they're not trying to help you. They're never trying to help you. Look, did they not? Even myself, but look, some of y'all not old enough, but didn't we all believe that the children of Yafet that was marching with Dr. King and getting their head bashed in was trying to help us? Instead, they didn't even realize they was being used as pawns for the Democratic Party. We were all being brainwashed to vote Democrat for the next 60 years. And it worked. Since when does one of the biggest racists you ever seen in politics, Lyndon B. Johnson, help you? So don't ever think, first of all, you must understand they're never trying to help you. But you must also understand what they want, what they think, it don't matter. Daniel tells us that the Father sets up kings and removes kings. Look at Daniel chapter 2. Daniel chapter 2. After the Father gave Daniel and his three buddies Nebuchadnezzar's dream and the interpretation, they blessed the Most High. Notice it's Daniel chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 19 and go down to verse 23. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the Most High of heaven. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of Yah forever and ever. For wisdom and might are his. He changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. I thank thee and praise thee, O thou God of my fathers, for thou hast given me wisdom and might, and hast made known unto me now what we desired of thee, for thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter. Look here. He did not reveal that to any of them heathen. And the king forgot it. He gave it to a Hebrew. He revealed the secret things for his servants. He removes kings and sets up kings. We're not worried about Donald Trump. What we see, though, is the end in view. The end is the destruction of this whole system. It don't matter what. See, this is the thing, brethren. Look here. Tell me if you have ever heard this situation. Do not people in the United States of America get taught, I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna get a good job, I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna raise children, I'm going to accumulate wealth. I'm going to pass it to my children so they could do the same thing and pass more wealth to their children. Isn't that the American dream? No. Isn't that what they've been taught? Isn't that what they think? That their houses, that their situation is going to go from one generation to the other. And now there's a large class of them realizing there ain't no American dream. They can't afford the house. The Most High blessed my family, because the landlord we was renting to did a whole new kitchen in our house, and we thought, okay, they're gonna sell the house and we're gonna have to move. Did the whole new kitchen, and so we started looking in other places to see where we could buy, because we was tired of renting anyway. We was trying to buy, and it was hard. There was long lines. Every house we went to, there was long lines of people around the house, man. Every house we went to. Some of the houses didn't even get in the market good. And cash was it wasn't even, and that's what the realtor told. Unless you got cash, they're not going to take your offer, even if it is high. I said, because people are using cash. We ain't have cash to be buying no $300,000-$400,000 house. So then the landlord called us and said, Have you guys decided because they offered, they said, we want you to buy our house. And we was like, and I couldn't believe it. So then I said, and then when she said, we wanted you to buy our house, it hit me like cold water, hit my face. And I said, oh, shoot. They didn't even put a sign up. They gave us a discount on the house. And we were able to buy the house without, there was no sign put up. It wasn't nobody knowing nothing. And they gave us the house. We bought the house from them. Then a couple years later, we sold the house and gave the equity to our children without it going on the market. We put it, my daughters and my son-in-law bought ours. My father sold me his without his going on the market. That's how we got these places. But if it wasn't for the Most High doing that for us, my son-in-law was saving money, and every time he would save something, he needed more because they did not have the money that they needed to get the house. They kept going to look. They come up with some money, then they go look and they couldn't, or they could put down and get an FHA mortgage, and the mortgage was so high they couldn't. They said no, and it was crazy. And that's so a lot of people. It's not just Hebrews. Children of Yafet finding out the same thing. No, all of a sudden the buck is stopping now. They can't buy a house now. They're having the problem now. And again, you're talking about a society now where the majority of households have wealth in their house. That's where the wealth is. And some of them can't sell because if they were to sell, they got to live somewhere, right? So where they going to live? Because if they sell their house, the next house is going to be just as expensive as the one they just sold. So the whole system is messed up, and that's why they are so mad. The children of Yafet are mad because they don't look at themselves and blame their cousins. No, it's the Mexicans' fault. And that's going to continue, brethren. That's not going to stop. Unrepentant souls will remain unrepentant. He that is righteous, let him be righteous still. He that is holy, let him be holy still. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. And brethren, let me tell you, it's coming to that right now. They get ready to dog this whole system themselves, and they will not blame themselves. It's always some other boogeyman's fault. Okay, and I'm telling you that to tell you this. When we're looking at Revelation 13, and it talks about the image being able to speak, and whosoever would not worship the image should be killed, guess who's going to be the last boogeyman? Guess who's going to be the last boogeyman to have all the fingers pointed at them, and they're going to be blaming them for everything that's going wrong that they themselves are messed up? Guess who's going to be the last boogeyman? It ain't going to be the Muslims. But I do say they're going to be brown. That's right. Us. But it's all good, though. It's all good. Did he not protect the children of Israel coming out of Egypt? Who caught the wrath? Was it the children of Israel or was it the Egyptians? Who caught the wrath? Huh? The Amalekites said, I'm going to kill all the Jews in the whole kingdom of Persia. Who caught the wrath? The Hebrews or the Amalekites? Nebuchadnezzar said, I'm going to throw all y'all in the fire if you don't bow to my image. Who caught the wrath? Did the 3 Hebrews catch it? Did that fire bother them? Let me tell you something, brethren. Read your Bible. Get your Father's Spirit. And you ain't got to worry about nothing that they got to say. Nothing. It ain't going to mean nothing. Guantanamo Bay, Guantanamo Bay don't mean nothing if we got the Father with us. You understand? And that's what you want. What you want is you want to be on the Father's side. That's what you want. You don't have to worry about all of this. And it's coming. The dragon is roaring. You're seeing the loud cry of the dragon right now, brethren. It's going to get louder in this next couple of years. But then, our loud cry. See? 666. And the Father got a response in the sixes. His response is the 144,000 from Philadelphia. The 144,000 under the 6th seal. The 144,000 in the 6th trumpet where the Messiah said there should be time no more. You understand? We don't worry about that. We got the Father Yah. I look outside every day and I look up in the sky and I see the heavens and I see above it, I know the firmament is there. And I said, Father, what are we worried about, man? The whole earth is covered by his sky, his firmament. It shines with his sun, and his moon show us the signs. They can't do nothing with that. They can't do nothing with that. Okay? Just let the Most High Spirit guide you in what you should go, where you should go, what you should do. He will. But the dragon's going to keep roaring. He's going to do it. Okay? That's what he's doing now. That's where we at in prophecy. You're seeing the lamb-like beast exercise all the power of the first beast. That's what's going on right now. You're seeing him saying, let's make an image to the beast. That's the office of the presidency. That's the Christian nationalist movement. You're going to get, that's going to get louder and louder. Okay, it's coming. It's already here, but it's coming more now. Okay. And he is showing us all this in his word. It's almost like when you're watching the word, right? When you're looking at the book of Revelation, when I'm looking at it, it's almost like watching the television. It's like watching a movie. I'm watching it and I'm seeing what's going on. And I'm looking up and I'm seeing it happening. And I'm watching it and I'm seeing it. It's something. And at the same time, I'm sitting there, it's like I'm in my living room because the Most High got me. And he got you. You just got to trust him. And all of the trials that all of us are dealing with right now is to teach us to trust Yah. That's what it is. And he's telling us, man cannot help you. Man cannot help you. Yah can help you. Man can't. Man can't do nothing for you. Man is worshiping man. See, and he says in Isaiah, I think it's chapter 2, cease ye from man, whose breath is in his nostrils. The Father puts the breath in the man's nostrils. And when he's ready, he could take it out. But when he give us his spirit, it's eternal, right? Praise the Most High. So what we're seeing in terms of prophecy today with this Guantanamo Bay and these migration things, and then this elimination of this department and that, and then Elon Musk wanted to take over the treasury. Don't worry about none of that, brethren. That's short term. Everything that we have going on right now is temporary. Let's think about this now. The whole United States of America is temporary. The people that are trusting in it think it's going to last forever. But the whole game is temporary. Everything that man has created on the earth is temporary. Every institution, every government, every religion, temporary. And the thing about being temporary is going to soon all end. And the thing about understanding that in terms of what we know, in terms of the prophecies of the feast, is understanding it's very close. Very close. And so as it gets closer, things will get wilder. Just, man, this poor lady, I think they were Baptist, pastor and his wife 84 years old, man, knock on the door, just got out of jail, say he was working in the community. Poor lady opened the door. Man bludgeoned her to death. They induced a coma. She was able to describe him before they induced the coma, so they caught homie. But they had to put her down today. 80-something years old, man. Just walked up on her, and they said he beat her to death with a jar filled with candy or something. She had a jar of candy, and he bludgeoned her to death with that. 80-something, 84, 85 years old, man. And you know about the two planes, 67 people on one, and then they had at least 7, but they said there was 20-something on the ground that got hit with flying debris. Lady said dead body fell on top of her house. It's going crazy, man. And this is just February. It just started. It's just started. We ain't even get to the next hurricane season. And it's just starting, but praise the Most High. Please pray for your family. Pray for all your loved ones. Don't leave anybody out that you want to be delivered. Pray for your loved ones that they receive the Spirit of the Most High that he seal you, that he seal your family, your children, your grandchildren. Ask him to seal all your family, brethren. It's like that right now. It's like that right now. You can't pray for the whole world. He's not going to hear that. But your family, your people, pray for them. Pray for them that they receive the Spirit of the Father, that they awaken. Pray for them that they would be sealed in his Spirit, that he would have mercy on them. Pray for your family. It's like that. It's like that right now. That's the only real protection. That poor woman opened the door. She was a child of your family. But anyway, who should die like that? And the brother busted in, man, forced her to the ground, beat her. Then 2 weeks ago, they sentenced this boy, 16 years old, breaking the woman's house, 90 years old, and raped her and left her for dead. She survived. And his mother, which was in her 80s, turned him in. Child of your family. They caught him running from the house. Gave him, I don't know what, life without parole or something. But see, it's going nuts now, man. It's going nuts. It's going nuts now. And it's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. Just pray for the Spirit of the Father. See, me and you, we might know the truth, but even in our best state, we can't explain it the way the Spirit of the Father can. We can't explain it the way an angel can. And so you must pray for your family that the Spirit will move on their hearts. All your family. Everybody you want in your family. I don't care, your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, your family, man. You pray for your family. They could be far from the Most High. Pray for them. This is the time. Miracles can be done right now. Pray for them. Okay? Praise the Most High. Pray for them. And pray for yourself that, this is the thing we talk about, brethren. Most of our lives, we spend fighting against the Most High. Most of our lives. Most of our lives, we're trying to do what we want to do, right? And he's trying to show us what he wants for us. But we're fighting him. We're fighting the whole time. When we get to maturity in the Spirit, now it's about, okay, Father, what would you have me to do? Where would you have me to go? What is your will? And then now you walk in. That's what the Bible calls you walking with the Most High. He said, and Enoch walked with Yah. That's when you walking with him. When it's no longer your will. When you're asking him, what is the truth? And he shows you, and it goes against what you thought it was, but you know it's true. And you surrender to it. Now you're a mature spirit, and you're walking with him. And it's about, I don't care where you send me, because I know you've already, like myself, my wife and I were wondering the other day, we catch ourselves, where you want to go? You want to go to Malaysia? You want to go, because we were talking about getting up out of here, right? But we catch ourselves and wait. In all our 40 years of marriage, we have been moved many times, and never has the Most High did us wrong. He has never brought us to a place where we said, Dad, we don't want to get out of here. It was never like that. We asked him to guide us. I always ask him to guide me. Now, I don't always listen. It's crazy. I always ask him to guide me. I always listen. But he never guided us to a place that wasn't where we didn't say, man, I'm glad he brought us here. And we've been to many places. Okay. So then we catch ourselves and say, wait, what are we planning for, man? We know he's going to send us a place, and it's going to be right for us because he's doing it. As long as he's doing it, we good. The only problem we got is if we decide to do something and he ain't send us, right? So that's it. That's it. Praise the Most High. See? So at this point, we're at the stage, I'm old now, but I'm like, okay, I got it now. I done had enough spankings. He done beat my behind enough. So I understand. Listen, whatever you want. I'd rather be warm. But it's okay. I don't want to go to a place cold, but if you want me to, I'll go. It's going to be good for me. That's what I think now. What you want? He's got the path laid out for us. All we got to do is decide, okay, Father, what door you opening for me to walk through, and I'll walk through. Don't fight. And some of us stubborn, boy. Some of us stubborn. Some of us stubborn, though. Shoot. I know I am. There's no doubt. I done proven it many, many, many times. But like I said, at this stage of my life, man, I'll be like, what you want, Father? Just show me. And I just be praying, don't let me sabotage me. Because I know I've done it. So don't let me sabotage me. Grant me your grace that I'll do exactly as you told me to do, because I know me, and I know I'll be messing up. The Castle King, your new name is Castle King Carry the One Castillo. Castle King Carry the One Castillo. The Triple C, Castle King Carry the One. That's my man. So, yeah, so the next move, man, pray for your family. Pray that you don't be stiff-necked and let the Most High guide you where you're supposed to go, and you'll be fine. That's it. Because it'll be places there is no way we would have come down here to Florida. We wasn't thinking about no Florida, man. If it wasn't that my daddy needed me and the father sent me, I wouldn't have come. We wouldn't have been here at all. It wasn't even part of our process, man. But here we be. And I'm glad we're here. Hey, man, listen, it was 80 degrees today. I'm good. It was 80 degrees up in here today. I'm good, man. You hear me? Shoot. But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have come. But, we listen to the Father. Here we be. And when it's time to go, we're going to go. You see? So that's all we're saying. So please listen to your Heavenly Father. Pray for wisdom that you go exactly what he wants you to do. Not your will, his. Let him make it plain for you. Follow his word, read his word, follow his word. I'm in Genesis right now and started over. I'm really going slow now because I don't really start until April 1st, but I got 3-month head start because I finished in January. So I'm just taking my time in Genesis. I'm coming to the end of Genesis. Now I'm, just finishing Genesis and continuing, man. Praise the Most High. So just read the word, keep praying to your Father for his spirit. That's our job right now. Keep praying to the Father for his spirit. Read the word. Ask him for the power of his grace that you'll be obedient to what he shows you. You really do need to ask him that because and I know we tend to do what we want to do, right? Instead of what he wants us to do. We need to surrender to his will. And you can never go wrong if you're in his will. Because at the end of the day, it's his will that you be standing on the sea of glass. It's his will that you be eating of the tree of life. So you want that, okay? You want that. That's right. There you go, Akwamba. We got it. And that's the fight. That's really the fight. You want to make sure that you're praying for his grace, that you don't try to do your will, that you do his will. It's hard. It's not easy, brother. You know it. Akawamba, you can bear witness. It's not easy, but it's the best move. Best move. Praise the Most High. Zephaniah, huh? 2 Corinthians, huh? John, good. That means your New Testament. Zephaniah, you need to end it all. Praise the Most High. But yeah, it's not easy, but it's the best move. Always the best move. Took me a long time to figure that out. But it's the best move. I'm trying to teach my knucklehead oldest boy. Pray for me. Pray for me. Try to teach that boy. Man, he keep me on my knees, man. So anyway, praise the Most High. Praise the Most High all the way. And that's the thing too. Every day, brethren. Listen, every day, make sure you give praise and thanks to the Most High. Every day, give praise and thanks. You got a lot. I say, I thank you for waking me up this morning. I thank you for giving me your truth of your word. I thank you for the Messiah as my high priest. I thank you for being righteousness. I thank you for being truth. I thank you for giving me life. I thank you for giving me health. So many people my age are in bad health and I'm in good health. Praise the Most High. I thank you for my children. I thank you for my brethren. I thank you for my friends. I thank you for my family. I thank you for my wife. I praise the Most High. Every day, give praise to the Most High. I'm praising you for the creation that you made the heavens, that you made the firmament, that you made the earth, that you made the fresh water. I'm sorry that man is messing it up, but I'm praising you because you made us and you put us in it. Praise him. Praise him. He loves that. Praise the Most High. Praise the Most High. There you go, Cherokee. Blessings upon the male people. Praise the Most High. Yeah, he's right. Dedicated them folks are. Praise the Most High. All right. So remember now, March 31st, we know what we got to do. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see Brother Mark and Brother David, and I'm excited for the Memorial Day weekend this year. It's going to be off the chain. It's going to be good. Praise the Most High. May the Most High bless you and keep you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you, and may he lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Shalom, brethren.